Okay guys, so now we're back into the second technique of lesson plan number 3. So we still need to get back to that point where we beat the knee shield, right? And so just to reiterate what we said in the first technique, I have to take my reverse grip, hand down, close this off so she cannot fully regard. I shoot at this angle, straightening out the arm that is holding onto her knee. I step across, drive across, control the head, and now I'm controlling the hip. Now again, you could be here a few seconds, you may not be here very long at all, right? Now, if I feel like I'm in a good place because she's flattened out, I'm gonna shoot this arm in and I'm gonna make my grips. The grip is very important though. My hand that is underneath her head is palm down. We don't do it this way. It's always this way. This will give you better structure and stability if you need to release and catch yourself. If your hand is the other way, it's just a little bit longer to try to rotate, and 9 times out of 10 you end up getting rolled. So this is actually a better grip. So once you've made your grip, there's a couple of things that are gonna be happening here. You're gonna see me flare my elbow pretty soon. I'm gonna lift my bottom up into the air, and you're gonna see me on the balls of my feet kind of walking forward in a pike position. Now, coach is going to be squeezing my leg a little bit with her legs, because if she doesn't, then I would have just a super simple mount, right? So once I've gotten here, I open up this elbow, I start to apply pressure, I walk myself up, bring my knee to my chest, and then drive it to the ground. Now, I'm gonna release some of the pressure really quickly, just so I'm not on coach's face. You would not release, right? You would stay in that position, but I want you to note where my leg is. My leg is now in what's referred to as a 3/4 mount position, right? And so the reason this is called a 3/4 mount is because I'm pretty much in mount with the exception of this one little piece of my leg that she has, that little quarter piece that she has. And this position is not to be confused with what's called a quarter guard, which is over here on this side. And so I wanted to make that distinction because sometimes kids and adults both get confused with that piece. So let's watch it one more time. Coach and I start again in this position. Coach was able to secure a really good knee shield position. She's keeping me from encroaching on her, so I've got to address this. I take my reverse grip, hand on the ground, close the knee off, shoot forward, straightening out the arm, step, control the head, control the hip. Again, she might be spazzing, she might not, so you might be here a second or two, or maybe a little bit longer. You shoot this hand underneath, controlling the elbow, making the grip, the palm down of the hand that is underneath the head, right? The elbow will flare, I come up, I start to walk my feet up, bring my knee to my chest, and then drive it to the ground. Again, I release a little bit of pressure, so I'm not squeezing on coach's head, and we're in now a 3/4 mount position. We'll be moving now, guys, to escape the 3/4 mount position in the next videos.